Good afternoon. My background's a little different, but the thing hasn't changed. Taking a little vacation from my what's going on right now, and I'm helping my dad take care of his house for like the week. And he has a cat, so doing house sitting. This one's going to be hard. Just a heart and mind GPS. How many people, when they get in their car, turn on their GPS, and when you turn on your GPS, it gives you a route that you're not used to. You don't follow it. You follow your route, even though the GPS tells you when it's going to redirect you. But then when you do, you hit traffic. You get stopped. When you get stopped, now you're like all pissed off. Like, what did I got stuck? Why? This is my normal route, never has traffic. When the GPS was telling you to go another way. Now, the heart and the mind, sometimes they work together, sometimes they work separate from each other. How do they work together? When everything is going great and you're doing awesome and everything's great, your heart and mind, they work together. Let's say you have some stress, some aggravation. What do? Your mind tends to wander. Your heart, if it's something that you're really passionate about, will tell you to go in. And sometimes they don't work together. The heart and the mind are, how should I say this? They're like the Force in Star Wars. They work together in a life form. And if they don't work together, you're not powerful enough to be a Jedi. Same thing with the heart and mind. If they don't work together, the feelings aren't going to be the same. One way is going to take you one way, and then you're going to feel a certain way, and then one thing is going to lead you another way, and then you could feel another way. But then how do you get them to coincide? I just got out of a 16-year relationship, and it's been hard. My heart is telling me, stay in it, fight for it, give all you can, 115% to 1,000,000% to try to figure out what it is, and maybe you'll figure out what's wrong between you and her. My mind, my mind kind of knows it's done. Is it done for good? Probably. Who knows? Nobody ever can tell the past. Nobody can tell the future. I mean, the future. We don't have a DeLorean. Like I said in the older video, we don't have a DeLorean to go back in time or to go forward in time to see if it works. Our futures are unsure. They're uncertain. Your heart makes you overthink. You hurt. You feel pain in your chest. Now, I've learned in my life that when you love somebody and it goes to crap, your chest, you get a pain in your chest, and it's true. Your heart hurts. You get you get sometimes irrational, offended easily. You just get hurt. Your mind could be saying, "Yeah, no, this you knew this is happening and all that other stuff," but they're not working together. So you get a mixed emotion. So one minute you get it up where you're like, okay, yeah, she's being nice to me, it's gonna be a good friendship, and then one minute it's not. She'll say something that'll make you upset, or you'll say something that'll make her upset, and then guess what? You're at a stalemate. You don't know you're doing it to each other sometimes. You don't think about it. Sometimes it's just he hurt me, so I'm going to hurt him. Or she hurt me, so I'm going to hurt her. And you know how to hurt each other. But after a 16, well, well over 10 years, well over, we have triggers for each other. Sometimes you may not think you're doing it to them, but you do. I know how to trigger her, or I'll say something that'll make her angry, and then she'll say something that'll make me angry. But I hurt her, so she's going to hurt me. It's natural. The mind will say, "Look what he did. Make him feel like this." Or you won't even know you're doing it. Your heart will be like, "You've been with this man for years. You want to try and be a really good friend, but then say this." Same thing with me. My heart will be like, "You can't do this. Don't try to hurt her." But then your mind will be like, "Well, she did this after you did this." And then guess what? In chess and in checkers, chess, you have checkmate. There's no checkmate in this game. It's a stalemate. In hockey, if you go over a certain amount of overtimes, it's considered a tie. In boxing, it's considered a tie. It's a tie. It is a tie. You're not going to win. She's not going to win. You're both going to lose. And what do you lose? You lose over 10 plus years of being really close to each other and caring about each other. And guess what? When that ends, there's no winners. I have a stepdaughter, her daughter. I love her to death. She's the greatest kid in the world. You spend time with her, and it's like, that's my daughter. I'm proud that she's my daughter. Like, and she took care of my daughters like they were her daughters. But then when we hate each other, or we do a stalemate or a tie, we both hurt each other. And sometimes we don't even know we're doing it. It's just your heart and your mind. You're not following the GPS, they're not working together. You're going a whole nother direction. You're going to hit traffic and you're going to get damn well stuck. You're going to get stuck. And when you do, what do? Nothing. Now, the only thing you have left is hopefully you forgive each other in the future and you can work on something in the future. But that friendship will never be the same. I mean, it was like my ex wife. I knew her since the third grade. After we got divorced, and we knew each other for almost damn near 20, 30 years, that friendship ended. It took a long time for that to come back. A long time. I can talk to my ex wife now, but you know how many years it took to get to talk to her? Not a lot. It took a lot of years. And in this relationship I'm in now, I'm going to admit this. If we keep going the way we're going, it's going to be the same thing. I'll pick up my daughter. I'll go hang out. We're going to live in two separate places probably. I'll pick up my daughter and I'll spend time with her and see her because I'm moving. I'm trying to stay close so that I'm around all the kids. But in the end, we can't be in the same room together. And that hurts. It hurts right here. You cared about each other and now you're at each other's throats. No matter who lost feelings for who or who still has feelings for who, you both lose the battle. You both lose. And that's what happens. That's exactly what happens. Can your heart and mind GPS work separately? Yes. Can they work together? Yes. Will you make mistakes? Yes. I'm not above anybody. I'm not better than anybody. You guys aren't better than me. I'm not better than you. We all make mistakes. When you look at that, when you decide to look at that GPS and you think, I have my own way, but there's a right way to do it, go to somebody, talk to someone, ask them if it's the right direction for you, or if you should bring it up, or if it's how should I deal with this situation? How should I work with this situation? Honestly, I didn't do that the first time. It led to this, and this is the consequences. But then now we're at each other's throats, and we both love each other. We do. I love her to death. She loves me to death. The problem is we just can't seem to coincide now because now we're both on two different pages. And I want this to come out where we're still friends. I want us to be friends. Do I want it to be where we be together again? I don't count anything out. I don't know my future. I don't know her future. Can it happen? Yes. It happened in somebody else's future we saw, and it was years that they were divorced. I think they got divorced and they got back together again. You never know. It's a roll of the dice. It's the deal of a card. That one card can get you over the top, and the other card can give you a plum shitty deck, a plum shitty hand. But you don't know what it's going to be. You can't predict when that's going to happen. So when it comes to the heart and mind GPS, get advice. Go to the GPS. If the GPS, if your head's telling you it's do this, your heart's telling you to do this, and they're two different things, check the GPS again. And maybe there's a third route. The route that can make you fix what you have now to correct the mistakes. We've made ours. We have. And all I can say is get advice. Follow the GPS. If your GPS in your heart and your GPS in your mind ain't working together, get advice. Talk to somebody before you do anything. Because the choice you make can really affect your future. And I don't want anybody going through what I'm going through right now. Ever. Not my worst enemy. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. Thank you for watching my videos. I know this went a little long, but listen to what I say, please. I speak from advice. I don't want you to end up where I am. Give yourselves the time to heal and try not to hurt each other and talk it out and together. Because only together will you sit there and you'll be able to conquer any hate or ill or stalemate that could come out in the end. Thank you for your time. and have a great evening.